Wagwan sports fans, welcome back to another live. I'm button up myself, bro.
Yeah. A long time when I get one of them still, no, bro.
Eat up for the camera, you know?
Long time when I get them one of them.
But we had to.
Yeah.
So
People probably want to hear from without, especially on this topic.
To be fair, bro, they've been hearing from us. It's just not necessarily been about this because, you know, we've been out and about every single possible corporate area school they can possibly think of.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of work, you know, we've been here, there, we've been absolutely everywhere. So that's why we probably haven't been interacting as much with these lives. However, foolishness go on as the people remember that. Foolishness would be the word.
They get the word.
Yeah. So we have to give a 2 cents for it. Just a while ago, they were taking rants, like, you know, very interesting, very insightful. You know, very propaganda filled, if I'm being fair. There's a lot of speculation and assertion, so on and so forth. But what we do know for sure is that something going and stuff that
they have to talk about it. But people, before we get into this live, just like the live, subscribe to this or that Sports TV. Make sure that you share this. Share the live right now to a couple people. Now, we don't end up on YouTube. We know the people that are going to them bed. So share the live and make have a reason. Listen, bro, this will also serve as our keeping up with the Reggae Boys.
Yeah.
Listen, for the week. If people know that we have a weekly series that's called Keeping Up with the Reggae Boys, where we talk everything Reggae Boys. We've been giving some updates, you know, on the domestic season of the Reggae Boys. But this week's episode, bro, we're just going to talk about all the rumors and all the things that have been circulating.
All the rumors and all the facts, fam.
All the facts, too.
There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of opinions. You know, this is not Sports TV. Call it what you guys make. We like to, you know, sit back in the wings, you know, in the shadows and get a grip of what's going on. And then after we do that, we come out here and we give our opinions.
All right. Kimberly Lawrence. I don't say come over here because you know so we're the Manning Cup people. Yeah, Excelsior and Katie, they drew 2-2, bro. Yeah, last minute equalizer. We saw what happened. Great game.
To be honest, bro, Katie looked good in spite of losing Aldridge. Remember number 10, bro. Wicked man. But Katie team feature, you know, that's in the pipeline.
It's coming up. And on the Manning Cup time, you know, if we talk about Manning Cup, it's like a draw away out.
Yeah.
If we talk about Premier League, it's a draw away out. Goat debate, it's a draw away out. Reggae Boys, we're talking about right now. And the first thing we're going to discuss, bro, to be the rumor is not even announced.
Right? That's so weird. But because it seems like I guess you'd say the worst kept secret in the world right now. Because
it literally is.
It's all but confirmed that we have a new head coach. What did I say? All but confirmed.
The thing is, I heard a radio show today where Rudolph Speed, the president of the technical committee, he, or the director of the technical committee, he was on the radio show and he mentioned something about the coach. They asked him who selected the squad. He said the technical director, the coach, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, the new coach, Algenson, or whatever his name is. I said, I didn't call a name. That's what Speed said. He said, I didn't call a name, I just said the coach. So why are they hiding this? Paul, the last thing we know is that Paul was the Reggae Boys head coach, right? Everybody know that. It was not announced that Paul is parting ways with them. He was an interim head coach, so I'm assuming that a long-term contract was not signed. But he's a former Reggae Boy, you know, well respected in Jamaica in the team. Why is there not an announcement of the departure of Paul Hall, and why is there not an announcement of the arrival of this new Icelandic coach? His name is Emir Hallgrimsson. I'm sure I butchered it, but you know, we're over here at this side of Sports TV. Bro, and yeah, isn't this a weird one? Why are they waiting to announce this? Because I'm sure all the reputable sources are saying that this man is the coach. So where's the announcement? Where's the big press conference, or where is the big post from the social media pages? Why do you think they're keeping this a secret?
Good question what you're asking the wrong person.
Yes. Well, yeah, why do you think?
Yes, I'm very smart. I'm a brilliant individual. You know, however, I don't know everything. I know most things, but I don't know everything. So this is one thing that I have no idea what the happenings on is. You know, I have no clue.
But
I have no clue.
what I'm thinking of the possible reasons, bro, because everything have a reason.
Well, maybe it's not officially announced because there hasn't been an official contract signed yet. So maybe when he gets to the island, he signs a contract and then it'll be announced.
It could be that.
Simple
It could be that.
explanation.
You think there's any cat and mouse going on? You think there's anything spooky going on here where they want to slip all out through the back door?
There's always something spooky going on with the JFF, bro. That's a rhetorical question. Can we always put a finger on it? No, but there's always something going on.
All right. How do you feel about this appointment? If it is an appointment,
if something actually goes, to be honest, many will disagree with me, but I'm not necessarily in opposition of it. Nor can I say I'm for it. Those eye emojis, the two eye emojis. Yes, so look out them two right there. It's because, bro, to be fair, this coach is decorated. As decorated as many coaches will ever be in the international game. And I think you bring a sense of objectivity, from an outside view. He doesn't have an affinity for any one of these players. There's no bias, there's no personal affiliation that he might use to influence his team selection, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
In addition to that, he also probably serves as an independent source, far separated from the JFF, having never had anything to do with JFF. So I think that can probably give some autonomy to the Jamaican team, kind of divorce it from the JFF itself. So for those factors or for that possibility, I'm excited.
Excited is the word you want to use.
For those possibilities, because I said I'm indifferent. So I'm excited about some things and I'm not excited about other things. So in those regards, I'm excited. But in the other regard that Paul Hall, has ties to the country, the players obviously seem to respect Paul Hall, and Paul Hall did have them playing a better brand of football than they were playing before. So as I said, indifferent, I'm curious. It can have some positive implications, or there might be negative effects.
Bro, where this possible selection is concerned.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm also indifferent, but if I was supposed to lean to a specific direction, I'd probably go with Paula. If I was supposed to lean to a direction. Yes, his CV is much better than Paula. Yes, his resume is much better than Paula's resume. But Paula was doing I feel like in my opinion, Paula started something good. Paula was, making improvements on this team, albeit in a camp where, chaos was still present. I don't know if anything will change with this coach. But I feel like Paula was making good improvements. Paula was making steps in the right direction. Like what I saw from Paula. And each game I saw his team, it was improving. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. He still got some weird results. He still took a while to get his first win under his belt. But I feel like Paula was getting something together. Paula, the mood in the camp, the players, the fans were behind the players. The right things were being said at the right time. A possible protest from the players against the JFF, which we can say that there's a consensus that most people want the JFF to be removed, including the players. And Paula was with that. So I like what I saw from Paula, in his short stint as the Reggae Boys head coach. So if I was supposed to go to a direction where I would say, they should have kept Paula. But what are they, if they were supposed to give this man the job, what is the message that they're sending? Because it could be a few messages. It could be one, hey, new beginnings. It could be one, hey, players, we have the handle. It could be so many things. Which one are you leaning to? Because I think they're kind of trying to do the right thing. I think so. I think that's what they're trying to do.
That's the JFF?
I think the JFF is saying, all right, let's go for a big coach. There's new beginning.
I don't think JFF and the right thing can ever be put in the same sentence. So, no, they're definitely not trying to do the right thing. I think this is a power play to attempt to repossess all of the power that the players recently accumulated because of the whole boycotting and protest and so on and so forth, by divorcing them from a coach who stood with them and getting a hire that's completely JFF. Like, this is a hire completely of the JFF. No interaction with the players, no affinity to the players, never interacted with them before. So I think this might be a way for the JFF to attempt to regain control from the players, because the players were developing steam.
Bro, when you talk about power, when you talk about something not being balanced, equilibrium, this was not balanced at all. No, there should be respect, but we should know who is running the ship.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure if it was the JFF running the ship or the players running the ship. We weren't even sure, bro. But when you talk about some of the things that we can mention, going back to, I can't say a couple of years ago at this point, the negotiations where voice notes are getting leaked, and players making posts, and you talk about boycotting of a game, you talk about players demanding the head of one of the administrative head of the JFF. When you talk about players coming out and say, if you don't make the World Cup, it's JFF fault. Like, that is them showing that, hey, you're not necessarily all in charge here. We have a voice, we have our say, and we're going to, make it known. So, do you think that JFF should, try to regain power? Should they? Is that the right thing to do?
I think JFF should go to hell, bro. Be fair.
But, bro, without the feelings and without how we feel about the JFF, people know how we feel. We beat the JFF when they deserve to be.
Yeah, but the question they're asking, should the JFF try to regain power?
No, as a football association, as a football federation, should they have all the power?
No. No football federation should have all the power. The players are the most important aspect of the any sporting organization. The players are the bread and butter, the players are the heart and soul. Yes, there should be structures, there should be discipline, there should be organization. But at the end of the day, if it comes out of the service to the players, then there's no way the federation can have all the power.
Do you think the players got too much power? Because I think if we're being fair, the players kind of got they were getting too much power. A conversation should have been had. A conversation should have been had with the JFF and the players. There should be a round table talk. And they should have, come to an agreement, or the players should have said, hey, we're not playing for Jamaica no more. We're going to get some new player and do no one thing. Something should have, there should be some resolve and not just.
Why do you say the players got too much power?
Because of the thing, bro. A boycott, I understand. But the things that I named a while ago, we can think about 4 or 5 incidents where the players pulled a player move, a power move. They talk about leaking voice notes, when they talk about giving interviews and showing up people that, yes, deserve to be showed up. But you can question the timing. You can question the leaking, definitely you can question the intent. When they talk about calling for the administrative head, whether you agree with it or not, players calling for the administration before a game.
The players then who?
Not timing, not the move. I agree with the move. So the timing, a lot of people could question the timing. You understand? And that could seem like the players, were getting too much power. I can understand how some people would say the players had too much power in this Jamaica football.
I don't think the players have too much power. The players exercised the power that they rightfully have. And had the circumstances been different, they wouldn't have to take certain actions like they took. Obviously, I'm all about going on the field and playing for your country. However, I still believe in player empowerment. I don't believe the players have too much power. I don't believe they have too much power. I still think the fact that the JFF is still what the JFF is simply shows that the players just don't have enough power.
Yeah, they definitely didn't have too much power. The question was if they were getting too much power, or if they were reaching to a point where they were getting too much power, and that's why the JFF needed to take a board. I agree with every single move that the boys played, every single one, including the leaking of the voice notes to show the colors of the JFF. So I agree with them, but this is a weird one because you don't see this all over the world. The Canadian team and their football federation or association had some rift died down. But our things seem to be going on for years and years and years. And why is that so? I don't understand it. Read some comments and then we get back to the discussion. All right. So, Smurf XBI said, is the former Iceland manager any good?
Definitely.
Based on his CV, yes, he is good. I definitely watch some Iceland. I've watched some Iceland. I have been impressed with Iceland. So he is a good coach. And that's why you're indifferent.
Yeah.
The move necessarily to get rid of Paul Hall.
Come on, Jamaica get a coach who can coach.
Yeah.
Been saying that.
Yeah. Stop meds. Alright, left that. Once the stop meds the username. That's funny. Alright, Craig Butler should take over. Whoa. What chaos would that cause? Bro, I asked you a question. earlier this week, and we had a little discussion after the air about it. Is Craig Butler the most polarizing figure in Jamaican sports?
Quite easily.
Easily the most polarizing. Like, if I'm sure
you have the likes of Marlon Samuels, Chris Gale,
not close,
so on and so
nowhere
forth.
close to Craig Butler. Nowhere close. I feel like if you take a survey of 100 people and say how many people like Craig Butler, how many people don't like Craig Butler, you're going to get 50. Yeah. I'm 100% sure of it, bro. Most polarizing. I don't think that would be a good move. Not because I know anything about, not because I feel any specific, any particular way towards Craig Butler, but because I just think it's not the right.
I think if Craig Butler been installed in a position, he would have his corporate interest as priority, and I'm pretty sure he said that. Before.
Yeah, that's right. He also said that there would be a conflict of interest if he was, in some of the roles that these people are in, which they are expressing conflicts of interest.
And I have no problem if I'm gonna put in business first,
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about. We're gonna talk about the squad that was released. We're going to talk about Andre Blake not being in the squad that was released. Which one do first?
Let's talk about the squad because, personally, me, I'm not a big fan of the mix-up on the drama. To be honest, I'm just excited to see a squad with a lot of big names. So let's talk about that first, and we'll close it off with the negative.
All right, let's talk about the squad.
Arden or KC prediction. Arden 4 KC nails.
Left that. Anyways. Left that. All right. So the squad list for the upcoming fixture against Argentina: Dylan Barnes as in goal, Jamali White, Kemar Foster. Then we have as the defenders Adrian Mariappa, Richard King, Javier Brown, Jamari Topi, Joel Latibadair, Greg Lee, Amari Bell, and Damian Lowe. Now as the midfielders, you have Daniel Johnson back in the team, Bobby Reed back in the team, Abel Morrison, Kevin Lambert.
Hey, remember I'm looking on the JF and say if Bobby Reed not come back in the team, Ellen for the house.
I'm free there, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to free there. Jonathan Russell, see if he gets his debut. Kevin Stewart back in the team. Jamal Lowe, Kaim Paris, Andre Gray, Shamar Nichols, Leon Bailey, and Mikel Antonio back in the team. Bro, I like this team.
In terms of star power, one of the best teams being called up in a long time. And I'm happy to see the back of some people, regardless of the reason. The only person, obviously, the only notable mission I think this team is Andre Blake.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, we're going to get to that mission because Andre Blake is far and away the best goalkeeper that Jamaica has to offer.
Yeah. But also in the goalkeeping area, we see Amal Knight. That was just with Jamaica, the friendly that we played.
Yeah, but as I said, for whichever reason we see the back of certain players, I don't mind. Obviously, the Amal Knight will still be good enough to make it.
We have Kevin Foster in the team.
But I'm not necessarily mad at it. To be fair, I'd love to see Kanai Boyce Clark.
Yeah.
Still think he should be in the squad. Disappointed not to see him included. Jamar Clark, our Reading forward. Would love to see him included in the team. Ethan Pinnock is injured, and I think Ethan Pinnock could have been called up as well had he not been injured. So besides that, I can't think of any other omissions that I'm like,
bro, I really like the squad. I really like the squad.
Replace the likes of the Devon Williams, Kevin Stewart. So great. If you look in the forward lines, we have everybody. We have the Bobby Reed, we have the Jamalos. So that negates the need for the junior Flemings.
Yeah, one thing I haven't heard so far. In the squad, only three players playing Jamaica, as far as I can see. So we have Kemar Foster, we have Richard King, and we have Jamai Topi. Only three players playing Jamaica. I haven't seen any comments on anybody. I've been on a few lives and I haven't seen anybody complaining. So maybe I knew they has come. Yeah?
Too many.
Too many what?
Too many players.
Oh, three is too much.
Too many local based players.
Yeah.
Too many.
Would you switch out anybody for anybody? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Who would you switch out?
As we said, Kanai Boyce Clark for Kemar Foster. I would have. You have.
And why would you want Boyce Clark in the squad? Let's start
first of all. Boyce Clark is a better goalkeeper than Kemar Foster, without a doubt. First and foremost, and that's the reason enough. In addition to the fact that he's the heir to our throne, whether it be as a captain of the team and as a starting goalkeeper, I think Boyce Clark will do both.
Both in which he performed well the last time we saw him.
Exactly. I think he will eventually do both for the national senior team. So I would definitely have him in the squad for sure, instead of Kemar Foster, I'd still hold on to Richard King.
Mm-hmm.
I'm considering the circumstances, but I'd probably switch out Topi.
Oh, Harding or somebody.
Yeah, I would have. I think Wes Harding. We haven't tried him at centre back, and I think he would be a good shout at centre back. In addition to the fact that we have other central defenders like Michael Hector, who I'd still have over Jamar Topi.
True.
Liam Moore. I'm not sure if he's healthy right now. I'd have him over Jamar Topi as well. So there are a few players that I'd have in the squad over Jamar Topi. So those are the two local players that I would definitely shout and just keep one. What the forwards look again?
Jamal Lowe, Kaim Price, Andre Gray, Shaman Nichols, Liam Bailey, Mikel Antonio.
I would replace Andre Gray with Jamar Clark. I would definitely replace Andre Gray with Jamar Clark. That's for sure.
Right.
I
don't think at this point I can say he's just a better player.
So no, he's not better than Andre.
Yes,
he's not better than Andre.
So what would be
different from Boyce Clark when he came out? Who is Boyce Clark is different from Kemar Foster. With the Andre Gray situation, I think Andre Gray is though a good player. Very good servant to Jamaica. I think Jamar Clark, being 18 years old, is our future 30 goals scorer player.
Yeah, and
I think Jamar Clark scores 30 goals for Jamaica before it's all said and done. And I think if we give him the chance to start now, he can get it off in start for Argentina.
That's not a bad opinion. No, the thing that I would say about Jamar Clark is on the fringe of being a championship player. Like he's made appearances in the championship already.
Scored championship
goals at a level where a lot of players that are featured in this team, we talk about Green and like some players that it's safe to say will not see that level, based on their quality. They can make improvements and whatever, but we're talking about right now. They're not at that level. We've seen them in this team. He's at that level. So I wouldn't be mad if he was in this team. In fact, I want to see him in this team.
He needs to be in this team. So Jamar Clark, I think, is a sure inclusion, in my opinion. Yeah, he should be in the team definitely before Kaim Paris and before Andre Gray. But if I had to choose between Paris and Gray, I'd still go with Paris. I think Paris on the up and up. I do think Paris will represent Jamaica very well in Europe in years to come. So let's look at the midfield.
Before we go to midfield, bro, no Junior Flemings. Junior Fleming has been performing well. You're looking at me like that. I wouldn't be mad if Junior Fleming was in the squad based on his performance. So what are you saying? I don't want him in the squad.
If you want to talk to the people about Junior Fleming, you can.
No, but you're looking at.
You ask me a question. Who would I replace? I'm going to answer the question.
No, I'm mentioning on a mission. Junior Fleming is not in this squad.
If you want to speak to people about that mission, you can go ahead. Can I talk about the midfield and what I replace them?
No.
Huh?
No. People, how do you feel about Junior Fleming not being in the squad? One of the better performances for Jamaica over the last, I'd say, 8 months, 9 months. Junior Fleming has been one of the standouts. Junior Fleming has been one of the players that plays the hardest, scoring goals, winning us spots. He's not in the squad. If he was in the squad, I wouldn't be mad. He's not playing at his club, but we've seen him in the squad and he's not playing at his club. So I don't think that's in the minds of the JFF. I think there are outside issues that we'll probably get to that later on in the video. Anyways, get to your midfield.
So you think had it not been for
you see, I want to talk about Junior Fleming's bridging.
I don't want to talk about
it. So let me say, come, midfield.
You see how people say
Come, midfield.
You never saw force me to talk about Junior Fleming.
I say you're not talking about
So then why you continue to talk about it?
Because I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to my people.
No, but you're trying to bring me in
an argument. I'm not bringing in an argument.
You're literally trying to
come. See, the man himself from for dash. Let him focus on his club. All right, people, talk to me. I like that. What's the problem?
We're talking
about here.
Mr. Fleming would be nothing, bro. We're talking about who would have replaced in the team. See? Talk about it.
See how mission there, I want to mention it.
Read
Daniel Johnson, Bobby Reid, Robin Morrison, Kevin Lambert, Jonathan Russell, and Kevin Stewart.
I'm not very familiar with Jonathan Russell, to be fair.
But he plays for Huddersfield Town. Which I can say is a very good level.
Yeah.
Huddersfield Town in the Premier League as a player.
As I said, to be fair, Kevin Lambert, I still think I'll have the likes of Michael Hector instead of Kevin Lambert. But I am very satisfied with that midfield. Weirdly enough, bro. Instead of Kevin Lambert, who I probably include
Speedy.
Weirdly enough,
Ah,
that's probably something that I'd probably do.
the thing
I'd
is, bro.
Kevin Lambert with Devon Williams to be fair. I think he's a box-to-box midfielder.
Noted.
Russell.
Oh, that's Emil.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Emil and show closer to that towards the end. The thing is, bro, Kevin Lambert plays at the same club with Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think he plays in that midfield with Speedy. He's younger than Speedy. Not too far out. I think Speedy is better than Kevin Lambert. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. So I like this one.
Could I go with Alexander Bittner? The wide infield performance of the under 20.
No, I can't go with on that one. I can't go with on that one. I don't think he was stand out enough. He's coming. But I don't see it right now. I don't think Bittner could make the squad right now. Kevin Lambert, I wouldn't say he's my favorite midfielder. I'm not even necessarily a fan. But I'm just thinking of players that would have over him, and I can't. You say Hector.
Yeah, but we talk about better players. Like I said, Jamar Clark, both Paris and Gray, in my opinion, are better than Jamar Clark. But I dropped both of them in a second for Jamar Clark. You know, so Michael Hector is there, but who knows?
So I'm not necessarily.
We could, you know, them always talk about the dumb six. I don't know the max score, the quota, the dumb quota, whatever, you know.
That's Paula's quota.
Whatever the case. Then say, yo, you know, if we have a quota system like that, get players who are playing internationally, who are young, you know, 18 and 19 years old, and thrust them into the team. To be fair.
All right. I'm happy to see Kevin Stewart.
For sure.
I'm happy to see Kevin Stewart. I'm happy to see Daniel Johnson.
I'm happy to see Latibo there.
Yeah. Also happy to see Latibo there. I feel like it's a good Jamaica squad. I feel like this squad can represent Jamaica well.
Kevin Lambert are replacing Kevin Lambert are replacing with Omar Hutchinson. Who has represented Jamaica before. You know, could have played in that under 20 team as well. And he would have been a standout in that under 20 team as well. So he has been called up to Jamaica and he has accepted a call, making him a Jamaican international. So I don't see why I couldn't interject him instead of Kevin Lambert. What
Lambert gives, I don't think what they're looking for in Lambert, I don't think Omar
obviously they're not the same player.
Yeah, so if you add another attacking midfielder, another CM to it, a player that can even play out wide, I don't think that gives them what they want. I think Lambert gives them what they want. They want Kevin Stewart and Lambert. I think that's what they're looking for, two of them. But if we just have a fickle one at that, I don't think that is cover enough. But in terms of quality,
so if you ever see Kevin Stewart getting Jamaica,
what?
You must see
Kevin Stewart playing Jamaica.
I ask you a question. Why are you answering a question with a question?
It's rhetorical. It's literally rhetorical. You're English standard.
No, I was asking you a question.
Yeah. And I answered you with a rhetorical question, which you both know the answer to. So I did answer your question.
Yeah, but
anyways, move on.
My point is,
yeah, make your point.
We're playing one game for 90 minutes. You know, run out Kevin Stewart for the 90 minutes. And get Hutchinson blood.
I want to see that. Definitely on quality, bro. I wouldn't mind Omar Hutchinson. You want to get the players on standby?
Let's go.
Manny Cowell, Ricardo, Thomas, Demario, Phillips, Jordan Fletcher, Scoreberg, my bad people. And Kanaya Boys Clark.
Yeah, still no Jamar Clark.
But Boys Clark is on standby.
I know what that's about.
I think they're just saying that we're better forwards right now, and it's not the time. Or the fixture.
At least we have identified that we definitely don't have better goalkeepers. That's a good show. So that we established that Connor's Boys Clark is one of our top 5, top 6 goalkeepers.
Bro, and I think if this was done correctly, the fact that they included him, you know, as a standby player, leads me to think that if this was done properly, if the selection was done properly, it would have been him. Because he's playing at a higher level than Kemar Foster. So if this was
I think, bro, he's better than Kemar Foster.
Right. But I say if they were doing this strictly on merit, he would have been in the squad because they at least know enough to say that he is a standby player. They at least know enough.
Essentially to say he's a top 5, top 6 goalkeeper.
Exactly. And if he's top 5 and this is the 3 ahead of him, and the 4 ahead of him would include Andre Blake, he's not 5 in this. He's not at the end in this 4. He's not 4 with this 4.
Right.
So this me not understand. Like Boys Clark should be. Now when I think about it, bro, you're absolutely right. Boys Clark should be the third string right now. And even if it was at 3 and we selected Dylan Barnes who's 25 and Andre Blake who's what 30 at this point, 31 at this point, Boys Clark should be 3.
Without a doubt.
So let's think about it. You're absolutely right, bro. Let's go through some comments really quick.
Them a bant about Manning Cup and Arden first. People already gave my prediction. Arden for
people. We're gonna interrupt the program just for answering some of these comments.
Alright.
Because as I said, the people know that we're Manning Cup people. They know that
No, we do it.
We do it how we do it well.
We really do it, bro.
But when you have an interview JC team, it's coming up. Trust me, it's coming up. We're in contact with them. And we're setting it up. So very soon you'll see a JC Manning Cup feature.
Keep watching the features though. Enough respect for the support.
Quick plug. We dropped Kingston College, Mona, Calabar, and Edith Dalton James. Yeah. Coming up around too much. We can't even name the schools.
Camperdown, KT, so it's just a lot. Yeah, we've been all over the place. Here, there, and everywhere.
Arden would beat JC 20.
100%. 100%. 100%.
I think if it's a KC though, what's going on?
No, but I think he's arguing with Michael Stewart.
He's arguing with somebody.
Yeah, because apparently Stewart said JC would have been arguing, but that's obviously madness.
Alright. So clearly wins. Stop Mesley username seem to be an Arden supporter. Maybe an old boy. Maybe him know what, but maybe him know. We're gonna show. You see me? Yeah. And this back to the discussion though. The squad. I'm also happy to see Liam Bailey. And I every time I hear a Jamaica squad and Liam Bailey is in it, bro, I want to
when will I think Liam Bailey the captain and band?
When talk about that, the captain is not in the squad, so we're assuming that Damien will assume the role. But why not put it on Liam Bailey, my new coach? Yeah, this is a new coach. Why not? I wouldn't be mad at it. People, tell us what do you think about this? Liam Bailey being the captain of Jamaica right now. You know, Andre Blake is not in the squad. We know that Damien Lowe is the vice captain. New coach. Yeah, it's not unprecedented to see a new coach come in and give the captaincy to a new player. How would you guys feel about that? I wouldn't be mad at it. Actually, wouldn't be mad at it. I've observed Liam Bailey from afar and from near, to be fair to people, because we have accreditation. We're at the games, I would see. You know, we're close to the pitch. We see Liam Bailey leading, you know, on and off the pitch. You know, after the games, the interviews, we see what's going on. So we hear him on the pitch leading the boys. So I wouldn't even be mad at it, bro. But I like Damien Lowe as a leader. I like Damien Lowe as a player. Damien Lowe is my favorite reggae boy.
Damien Lowe is my favorite reggae boy, people. Who's my favorite reggae boy?
Your favorite reggae boy is actually in the squad right now. Well, that's active in the reggae boy squad. If you like Taxi, you like Maps.
Yeah.
Maps is Taxi's not.
Yeah, so yeah, Kemar Lawrence, really. You know, Kemar Lawrence, I'm my baller still.
Yeah.
Straight.
But Kemar Lawrence did say he'll retire. It seemed like he'll retire.
When you favorite reggae boy?
Nah, Damien Lowe, bro. Every time I see Damien Lowe play for Jamaica,
and people go like, my new favorite reggae boy, will be kind of Boys Clark. And you're not even on a senior cap. Nah, that man is a dead bro. He's the man. Dog, and the man that even have the game back.
And he can strap it later. He can play the ball, you know? But that boy can pass it. Bro, so comfortable at his feet. But that's where football is going, bro. When you talk about 18, 19, 20-year-old goalkeepers, all of them can play football on their feet at this point. What is social media TV? I have no problem with Bailey as captaincy.
I think if we're ushering a new generation, and we know that Liam Bailey is going to be the poster boy for the next 10 years.
Is that English accent a while ago?
No, it's not the English accent.
Liam.
It's just how I speak.
Alright, so alright.
That's how I speak.
Alright.
Why don't put them on the live patrol?
We just ask, bro.
You see black people?
But I go black people, bro. So people is so
because I'm speaking how it is that I speak, you feel the need for a criticize.
No, not at all. Not at all. I just thought you were being creative, bro, when you were going to make your point. That's all. I like the character on the channel. I'm not mad at it.
Anyways, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by this bad man individual. So I'm hearing me talk and anyways.
Come on.
It's obvious that Liam Bailey will be the poster person for Jamaican football over the next decade. And as such, I think it's about time, just say, oh, Leon, lead this team into the future.
I think that would take Liam Bailey up a level.
For sure.
I think he's one of the, you have some players that are going to feel pressure. And then you have some players
that are going to relish
bro.
The opportunity.
And I feel like even at the domestic level, every time pressure is put on Liam Bailey seems to rise above the pressure. He seems to perform when he needs to the most. So I feel like if we give him this captaincy, I feel like if you give him this captaincy, he will do well.
And I just think he's a good leader. But what do you think that would do for the politics within the team, though?
What will it do for the politics? They may know Liam Bailey. They seem to be good friends.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the relationship with Andre Blake, but all of them seem to respect Andre Blake. In fact, one thing I want us to talk about, Andre Blake is not in this squad. And before we even discuss the omission and the rumored reasons for the omission, how will the squad react to their captain not being selected for, I'd say, I'm not even going to say one of the biggest. I'm not even going to say the biggest. One of the biggest fixtures.
Stop the bro. I have to interrupt you. Hold on the little wait there.
Yeah, respond to this?
Of course, Bridget.
Go on, give him a shot.
You not agree?
Give the 15 minutes now.
Don't you agree though?
I get the point.
Richard King may well be the captain of the team that leads Jamaica into the future, based strictly at Cavaliers.
Jeez, I true enough.
Because we might need a Jamaican local based player leading the team up.
So what is Liam Bailey?
Not a local based player. Stop the man team.
True. But yeah.
From out of Cavaliers.
No. Straight out of Cavaliers.
From out of Cavaliers, big armband on the hand.
Alright. Here.
To be honest, Richard King, this is that sports you respect you as a footballer.
Yeah.
You know, we believe say you have to step up and elevate game that. We believe that your game is far elevated beyond the level of Jamaica.
Yeah, Richard King is better than the JP.
Would that be management? Would that be poor agents? Would that be not getting the opportunity? We do believe that you should be further in a career than where you are, which is why we still believe to have you as the only local based player.
Yeah, so the thing is, bro, we made a video the other day, I think last week. I said that we titled it why is Richard King still in Jamaica, or where's the transfer or whatever. And it may have been interpreted, in the wrong way by a few people. I don't know. But I can see how it would be. We're not saying that we don't want Richard King in the national team. We're not saying that Richard King is not good enough to get a transfer inside of Jamaica. That's not what we're saying. In fact, we're saying the opposite. Richard King is good enough to play for Jamaica. Richard King is too good to be playing in the JPL. Yeah. That's what we're saying. So don't get it twisted.
And the point that I'm trying to make is, if he continues to play in the JPL, that indicates that he probably isn't too good to be in the JPL.
Bro, but
and then if he isn't too good to be in the JPL, then he's definitely not good enough to be in the national team. But as of right now, I think it's a matter of opportunity, probably bad management. Whatever the case may be, Liam Bailey, my apologies. Richard King is definitely a notch above where he's playing right now. We saw it in the playoffs, bro. We saw how he, as a central defender, dominated those JPL playoffs recently. So
you just don't want to mention Jamaica, bro. I get it. I get it. I love my country, don't get me wrong. No, I love my country, but I'm just saying, his brain, his mind. No, that's not where it wants to go. But continue.
Yeah, so Richard King is definitely of the level to be way out of Jamaica.
At least
which is why this Decided Sports TV perpetually has Richard King in our 23, regardless of his domestic situation.
Bro, Richard King is next up, bro.
However, if it continues till he's 23 years old and 24 years old, and he's playing at Cavaliers or Mount Pleasant or Waterhouse, dude, you have to be up in the bleachers or the grandstand at least. I guess Speed can probably buy a ticket. Or Speed can get that ticket for free. Should I be more tactful? Am I being too aggressive right now?
I would say so.
All right, I'm going to.
I would say to read it. All right. Another comment. I don't think Leon has enough time in the team to be wearing the armband. That's an interesting point. I'm not even going to attack you. I'm not even going to attack you.
Bro, you see when people come and they make valid assertions, we respect it. And we rebut it in an honest and respectful way. But sometimes
that's a good point.
If people make bogus claims, they're going to shut it down immediately and tell them they are foolish. And that what he's saying is a good point. I disagree. But I can understand where he's coming from. Because as a captain, you don't want the captain to be a long tenured player, i.e. Andre Blake playing 50-odd games for the country.
Or to be blooded through.
Exactly.
Which is not the fault of Liam Bailey, by the way.
Because Liam Bailey's quality should have him playing for the national senior team at 17 years old.
Long time. Liam Bailey should have been the captain of this team. If he was brought in at the time when he was at Gang, Liam Bailey would probably be the captain at this point. Liam Bailey was 17.
And you'd have probably played 30, 40, 50 games by now.
Then you wouldn't be saying that.
And apparently he was willing. So because of the politics and because of the mismanagement of the whole Jamaican program, we see where Liam Bailey lost 5 good years of Jamaican football. Liam Bailey lost 15 to 20 goals for us, for me. Like, he could have scored 20 goals for me and he used that. So
yeah, and understanding that, stop mentioning my username. I'm going to use the name. Knowing that what he just said, wouldn't that be a reason to, if you think that Liam Bailey hasn't served long enough for Jamaica, wouldn't that be a reason to grant him some pardon? You know, to understand that this wasn't his fault. Don't hold it against him. He's in the team now. He's well respected by his peers and his team and his coach.
Though I think
they could grant some pardon.
Though I think tenureship has a role to play in deciding who captains a team, I don't think it is number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 on that list. You know, first and foremost, a player's quality on the pitch. That's my captain has to be good. Like Andre Blake's one of the best players on the team. Every single time he steps on the field, my captain has to be one of, if not the best player on the team. Yeah. So that's first and foremost on him. Secondly, he has to be determined and disciplined, which Liam Bailey definitely seems to be. Third of all, he has to possess great leadership abilities. You know, fourth of all, he has to be able to articulate himself well enough to advocate for himself and the team, you know, in negotiations, so on and so forth.
In private and public, by the way.
Which I think Damien Lowe really has an upper hand with. And then fifth, you know, probably his tenure. But that's so far down the list that can be overlooked if one possesses many of the aforementioned qualities.
And not just possess, if he's dominant in those areas.
Exactly.
If he's well versed in those areas, then the one that he's not versed in or the one that he doesn't have, which by the way is not his fault. Then that's the added thing.
And you said, had he been playing for the national senior team from 17 years old, he'd have played 30 games.
Exactly.
Because you see how many games like Sherman Nicholson has played at this point.
Oh, by the way, don't get us misconstrued. Don't get this wrong. We like Damien Lowe and Andre Blake. We like Mariappa. In fact, Mariappa is one of his favorite reggae boys at the moment.
Mariappa should be the captain.
So this is a discussion that we're having. I'm not saying to remove Andre Blake as a captain. I'm not saying to remove Damien Lowe as vice captain. I'm just saying, in a perfect world, this is what I'd want to see. I know it's not going to happen, especially right now. Number one guy, what go on? Damien Lowe will
you're number one guy.
Why? What? Virgin. You know, just the other tone it down. Jeez. Anyways, if it down. Damien Lowe will more likely be the new captain or Maps. Yeah, I
think Damien Lowe will and should be the new captain.
Yeah, right. So,
but I think if we're moving into a new generation, snap armband and chippy and then call it a day.
Yeah.
But anyways, people, let's really back into the meat of the matter. Like, we didn't do a video speaking about the squad, about what we're expecting, about possible, 11 that might start. Are we going to do that now, or are we going to wait till closer to the game?
No, closer to the game, we can do that. We have to cover some things. We're covering them.
All right, to be honest, people, I've been stalling so badly because I don't want to talk about the drama. It just seems like where there's Jamaican football involved.
Once in a watching username, Bridget.
Yeah, me not watching. You're not worried about that. Yeah, me not watching.
Hey, I like all the supporters, but here we go. I'm sure you're somebody's number one guy. I'm sure. We'll make a point.
We don't have the number one.
Come on, man. Come on, Bridget.
Well,
are you somebody's number one guy?
I hope that I'm somebody's number one.
I know I'm somebody's number one.
You know you're somebody's number one guy?
Yeah, if anybody feel me, I don't know, mommy, dede. Come on.
That's not necessarily where I was going with this, bro.
Come there. Where are you?
I mean, I said maybe you have somebody.
Why want so much that? Go on still. Go
on. But as I was saying, do you remember what I said?
Virgin, you try avoid the job.
Oh yeah, I was saying where Jamaican football goes, it seems like controversy follows, and I'm so frustrated. You know, as everyone would know, the reggae boys are my heart and soul. You know, I've never loved anything or anyone like I love my reggae boys. And say my all the ladies number one guy.
Okay, my guy.
Not all the ladies.
And I'm sure not all the ladies.
Because
I'm 100% sure not all the ladies.
Wait, you're sure at least one girl out there. At least one.
Be sure.
Maybe more.
Be sure. Him and not everybody number one guy.
You're right.
And don't come in and argue with me to number one guy.
But anyway, that's necessary. I'm so sick and tired of controversy following this football team everywhere it goes. Why can't we have a functional football organization that just call up a 23-man squad or 26 or 30-man squad, the team on the field and knock some leather? Huh? Make some pass and make some tackle.
Yeah. Shout out Roger Taylor.
Shout out Roger Taylor. People go and watch your KC Money Cup feature. It was so entertaining, so fulfilling, so much fun to do at KC. Anyways, well, we can't just, bro, I'm telling you, some of these Money Cup teams are run better than the JFF.
Of course.
And the Reggae Boys.
Of course, bro. I feel like drama is synonymous with the Reggae Boys.
Literally.
I think you can't mention the Reggae Boys without mentioning drama. I'm talking about drama.
And that has been the case for
this decades. Is a movie or something.
I'm gonna want to watch a movie. We just want to see some people make some pass and make some tackle.
That's literally. We'll probably make that as a slogan.
No, Virgin, we have to get a shirt.
So make some tackle. Make some pass and make some tackle. Shout out Roger Taylor again. College man.
Yo, I think that's gonna be the first merch now.
Yeah.
Share that sports TV. Just make some pass.
I like keep it. Doesn't even like that one.
But anyways, bro, it's just so frustrating. So we obviously have to get into the meat of the matter, which we're going to do right now. But I just wish, we were playing Argentina and we just celebrate and it's a carnival festival vibe. We play Argentina and we beat Argentina 1-0 and everybody feels good and Liam Bale scored, take off the shirt, feel good. We beat Argentina. But why does every single time Jamaica, our Jamaican call-up happens, we're going to play international football. It's time for the international break. And we're like, okay, this one seems to not be controversial. Paul Hall is going to come. The squad is, first of all, when the squad is released, we run the impression that Paul Hall was the man in charge. So the squad was released and we're like, okay, the team them will come, we're going to play some football, like go out on the field, it's going to be silent. We're going to see snaps on the JFF Instagram page regarding the players in New Jersey, seeing the sites, probably the New York City and all of them together and then them go, put their heads down and play some football.
Get a good result.
And of course, like clockwork, controversy follows.
Must come. And this one is the captain, or captain for a number of years, Andre Blake, being left out of the squad.
By the way, people,
fit and fine and play well.
This is the introduction.
Yeah. You see the transition too?
Hey,
yo, we want to carry on for that chemistry now. Anyways, Andre Blake playing well for Philadelphia Union. First place in the MLS right now, I think overall, not even in his conference.
And he's having the usual Andre Blake MLS.
Yeah, one of the best goalkeepers in MLS.
Just the best goalkeeper in MLS. I would say that definitively. There's between him and Sam Johnson. Matt Turner just left.
Gone, yeah. So
I think between him and Sam Johnson, I do think Andre Blake has the edge right now.
Yeah, top two for sure.
That's the best goalkeeper in MLS right now.
And can't make the Jamaican squad. I don't think it's can't make. In fact, we know it's can't make.
No, he's definitely the best goalkeeper Jamaica has on offer.
Right. So
as much as we criticize him from time to time, Andre Blake is without a doubt the best we have to offer from the goalkeeper position. So, as you were saying.
Yeah. So Andre Blake made a tweet earlier this week. New coach.
Who sings on the phone? I got mash up my life.
Kiprich
sing a song. Oh, this damn phone.
This phone. That's a loud phone number. Anyways, Andre Blake tweeted, new coach, same JFF, same results. Bro, what do you think about that? And subsequently, Andre Blake was left out of the squad. In fact, it's rumored that Andre Blake was in the squad, rightfully so. But because of his tweets and the JFF summarizing that, hey, this is going to cause some problem for the new coach, if he is the new coach. We don't want to start up on that foot, so we're going to remove our captain.
I think that's what we're assuming.
Yeah.
Sure.
As I said, rumored. Everything is alleged and rumors at this point. We haven't seen any certain statements from the JFF and from Andre Blake. So, yeah, go for it. How do you feel about Andre Blake's comments, first of all? Rumor that a new coach is being, hired. I think Andre Blake would know. In fact, bro, wouldn't Andre Blake be, a part of not even the decision making, but he would know what's going on.
Oh, I think you was going to say wouldn't he be a part of the decision making? There's
no, but the captain not gonna know. Say, here what, Andre, we're looking to go in this direction. We're thinking about a few coaches, but when we make a decision, we make a know about discussion. Andre Blake should be the first player to know, about this new, appointment. And so knowing that, or saying that is fair to assume that he would be one of, if not the first player to know. How do you feel about him making these claims on social media? Not even claim, but this statement.
It's completely unprofessional, bro. It is absolutely unprofessional, to be fair. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about this.
Same.
I've
digested it.
I've spent a lot of time thinking about these comments, and I've tried to rationalize it in every possible way. And no matter which formula I attempt to do to make it make sense or to make it right, because of the test I have for the JFF, it doesn't make any sense. And it's the wrong way to go about it.
You know what I think this is? The cup is overflowing. No, in isolation, I can't understand it. In isolation, if I think about just this incident alone, I can't understand it. But if I think about everything, this is just Andre Blake's and the players' cups running over. That's all it is. Andre Blake is just sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's all it is at this point. I agree with you. Very unprofessional. And I said something at the start of the stream, and I'm going to say it again. A lot of the things that were done, the intent of the things that were done by the boys, I have no problem with. In fact, the actions I have no problem with. The timing is sometimes off. So the message that Andre Blake is sending, yes, I 100% agree with.
Yeah, but not necessarily.
Bro, if under this JFF, I don't think we'll have success.
But the medium that he went and
not the place or time. Not the place or time. I agree with that.
Yeah,
but the message, bro, and the intent behind it, I agree with it. Like, I don't think we'll see success under this JFF unless something happens.
Success under the JFF.
So he's not wrong.
So, was he speaking out against the appointment of new head coach, or was he still speaking out against the administration?
He was speaking out against the administration. But
then why not? But then why not? Then just continuously speak out against the administration.
Because
on a random Saturday morning, JFF.
No, so the thing is,
on a random Wednesday morning, JFF. Then if that had been the case and we saw that consistency with him being vocal against the administration, then I'd be more okay with it.
All right.
But
let me try and make it make sense.
Came in a case right as soon as they hired a new coach. Like, are you with us or are you against us? Are you with the team or are you against the team? New coach, the coach never did nothing, bro.
Yeah. So they leave the coach out there.
Exactly. Same new coach, same JFF, same result. What did he say? What was the code?
New coach, same JFF, same results. Bro, the thing is, I think it's directed towards JFF, but when the coach comes in, again, I'm not agreeing with the timing of it. The message I understand. No. As you said earlier, you think this is a power move by the JFF, right?
Yeah.
This is Andre Blake's our captain's response to a power move by the JFF.
So Andre Blake agrees with me.
100%.
Then why didn't he say? Why didn't he?
Bro, you can't tell him how to say it. You just have to try to understand the message. What is the message? The message
is clear.
Yeah.
New coach, same result.
So the coach is not going to affect anything, basically.
That's what he's saying.
And do you disagree with that?
I tend to.
You tend to disagree with that?
Exactly, because of course the coach is going to affect something. Paul came and we saw that. It was
you have a point. You do have a point.
So the coach definitely will make a difference. You get me? I say the coach won't change how the system is run. The coach won't be able to book the players' flights. But will the football? Is there a possibility that the football may improve? That we get a new coach? Yes, I think so. And based on the coach's resume, I think there's a strong possibility that our team and our play may very well improve.
That's the thing is, we're talking about this in generalities, but if we're supposed to get specific with it, if you talk about the same if you talk about poor accommodation, you talk about flights being, planned and scheduled all over the place.
Yeah.
You talk about people influencing the selection of teams. You talk about people influencing the selection of coaches. You talk about so much specific things that would, pull back the program. That would pull back the football. Those are things that directly affect the football. Craig Butler mentioned it a couple months ago. He would mention it up to this day. They and Bailey Flow are playing economy, bro, because of the JFF. And then play that game, I think hours after and days after. Nonsense. And as I said, those things don't change. They are going to directly affect the football. So if we speak about in generalities and say, all right, JFF, yeah. But if we get specific with it, if someone in the JFF is directly looking at the coach and saying, these three players need to play, that is going to affect the football.
True.
You hear me? I say so.
Couldn't it be a case where this coach that the JFF hired, although to be fair, it might well be in a negotiation between the coach and them that these three players have to play.
Bro, it's so corrupt that I can't even give them the benefit. You're trying to give them benefit and doubt, like you catch yourself. I can't give them the benefit of the doubt in any situation right now. So don't get me wrong. I'm not with the JFF.
Give the coach a chance.
Give the coach a chance, yes. I'm not with the
If we're
JFF.
standing out against JFF, then stay standing out against JFF. Just like Andre Blake, he didn't play in Suriname based on personal reasons or whatever. Continue not playing based on personal reasons. Continue. Not, me not come play for the JFF because JFF are foolishness.
See, the thing is, you're not playing for no
coach.
JFF.
This,
I like what you said a while ago, because Andre Blake is somehow, not even going to say that, because that is going to be perceived the wrong way. Andre Blake comments, no man, I want my words to reflect exactly what I'm thinking. I think Andre Blake's comments, leave space for people to interpret it that he is playing for the JFF. I said it a while ago. Hey, you don't want to play for the JFF, so don't come play for the JFF.
Exactly.
Because of the way his comments
are making my point perfectly, right?
Yeah, I'm going to turn this. Andre Blake, you're not playing for the JFF. And you said it, and you didn't even realize, but I've even said it. You don't want to play for it, but you're not playing for Mike Higgins. You're not playing for Dalton Witt. You're not playing for Rudolph Speed. You're playing for Joe Margaret, Russell Smith, and the Jamaicans all over this world.
The goosebumps just now, I ain't gonna lie.
That's how we do it with speak, bro. But you're playing for Jamaica, bro. You see me? And yes, I understand that that's not what Andre Blake is saying. I am 100% sure Andre Blake is not saying, hey, I play for the JFF. I know, I understand that. But your comments leave space for people to interpret it in a way that's suggesting that you put a lot of weight, on the JFF when you are going to make a decision to play for Jamaica. Which, to be fair, go there and play for your country, bro. Go there and play for your country. In fact, make your statements. Yes.
As long as the coach likes disrespect you.
Yeah. The coach?
The JFF disrespect you, still go play for me. If the coach say Andre Blake is no good, then fine. But the coach and you don't have nothing, bro. Right? There's no altercation between Andre Blake and the coach. Come out and play for the coach and see what the coach has to offer. And from what I'm hearing, and I don't like to perpetrate rumors, I don't like to let it be said that Joe Margaret is backing up stuff that aren't factually valid. Mm-hmm. But here's to the player then didn't want to stay on board.
Stick up in. Remember what I said? My name was called, so I have to address this.
The man them call out.
I have to address it. I'm alive. What did Pollard do wrong, Rush? But he's not there now. And what changed? If JFF changed, will there be a difference? I'm pretty sure you're probably watching the start of the live. They will say, I think the JFF is trying to do the right thing. First of all, I don't think Pollard did much wrong. In fact, Pollard did a lot right. So I didn't, if you interpreted any of my words to say that, that's not what I'm saying. I like Pollard as a coach. In fact, I just said at the first part of the stream that if I was supposed to go in a specific direction, I'm kind of indifferent right now on the decision to have a new coach. But if I was supposed to go in a direction, I would go with Pollard. I literally just said that. No, in regards to if JFF change, will there be a difference? Yeah. But are we even giving them a chance to change? I'm not saying you should give them a chance to change. I'm not saying I'm giving them a chance to change. But we need to look at ourselves, bro. Like, we need to all take accountability. Well, we not have much accountability to take, but everybody can take there's no blame to go around. You see me? So, are the Jamaican people giving the JFF a chance to make a change? Or are we just saying we don't want to change, we want somebody else? Is that what we're saying? So, obviously, if the JFF change, yes, there will be change. There will be a difference. Like, if they somehow start doing the right things, if they get the guys in a proper hotel, if the accommodation is right, if they get them on private flights, if they make sure they have their masseuse and their technical trainers and their kits are clean and their boots are clean and they don't influence the selection on match day. Of course there will be a difference. There will be a difference. These are specific. That's why sometimes I don't like speaking in general. We have to break it down. There will be a difference. But do we want to see difference from this JFF administration? Or do we just want a different administration?
Bro, to be fair, either one of them come first. If I say a difference before they replace, then good on them.
Are you giving them a chance? Let's use an analogy. Because you know what you're doing.
The question you just asked, do I want to see a difference or do I want to see a different administration? Whichever comes first.
But bro,
so if Michael gets tomorrow get to and do the right thing, then I
love it. But think about it. Right. If you have a girl, people bear with me. I'm going to have a tangent, but it will come full circle. If you have a girl, bro, she in your house every day. Mm-hmm. You see me as she go with be a madness. You catch her on the road with that fella.
Shut
You catch her on the road with that fella. You forgive her and she come back. Mm-hmm. Catch her on the road with that fella. Again. You forgive her and she come back. Catch her on the road again. You forgive her the third time and she come back. Yeah. Do you want to see her change or do you want a new girl?
You want to see her at the door, bro.
Exactly, bro. So this is what the people are saying. That's why I can't go and say, whichever come first. No want a new administration.
They're done with them.
Bro, they have done
They've heard
too much.
too many times.
You know what?
Okay.
For the players come
Change
out
the mind.
and be against administration, you know, much of a thing. And imagine, you know, what they've been taking to reach this point. That's why I say, do we really want a difference? Do we want a change from this JFF? And do we want a new JFF? People bear with me on the analogy.
No, consider a very good analogy, bro. Very solid analogy, sir. But considering the fact that you get me, I said, they might live in Nebraska, there might not be many other eligible females. So if that
they couldn't live it, no, if you want peace,
if that female suddenly straightens up, right, and you realize you don't have to get her changed, you look out at the door and you say, "Chaja."
You never have like one or nothing.
You get me, and she start changing. You look outside and you say, "Yo, I don't want to change, but it's not very many options." And she start operate better.
How will you trust me? How do you feel about she going back to what she was?
Just always a possibility.
I wanted to, and I used that to answer this guy. He said, because different from them is the same as different from anybody else. No, it is not. If somebody's like a 3 times and you forgive them and that person make a change.
You don't say they on fire to the door.
Yeah, man, may I go on good dog.
Like your brain a tick.
It's a tick, man. Yeah? Anyways, yeah, if somebody's like a 3 times and you forgive them, and 3rd time they decide to change or whatever, they are more likely to go back to the bad behavior than somebody that just comes in and just do well.
In fact, me being who I am, it's an inevitability for them to go back to where they are. Allow me to tell you?
Like I sure on tomorrow still. You know that I talk about. Anyways, to be honest.
Sure on tomorrow.
Anyways, to be honest, if that happens, then I'm just an idiot. What do you mean if what happens? If the JFF changes?
I think he's referring to your analogy.
Which one?
Very many women. The women who.
Oh, then he's just an idiot to be forgiven a few times. But you get the point though. Like if someone keeps doing you wrong, like the JFF would be the girl, and the man. Jaja, you feel that the man some misogynistic come say the girl like the man probably. I've never seen the man like the girl.
Next analogy, we're gonna flip the switch.
We're gonna flip the switch.
Okay.
Yeah, but if the JFF would be the headache, and the guy that's getting the trouble would be the players.
Yeah.
And them sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's the message. So, Andre Blake, the timing of your comments, I don't agree with the timing. The message I understand. I'm not even going to say I agree with the message. I understand the message. I want a new JFF, yes. And I understand the message. A long comment. Let's take this one, bro. So if they change 1 million coach, what you think it will do to the mentality of the players? For example, you have man, I got an analogy to you. Man say, for example, you have a kid and you bring 1 million different women and say they are their stepmom. Read that again. So if they change 1 million coach, what do you think that will do to the mentality of the player?
Yeah, we can't keep changing coaches very frequently because new coaches mean new styles of play, it means new philosophies, it means new ways of training, it means new everything, right? And in sports, one of the most important things, as I always emphasize, is continuity. Continuity in sports is one of the utmost of important things that you can consider as, a sports manager, or administrator of sports. So constantly changing coaches, constantly changing managers would definitely mess with continuity of the team.
That would not help.
And yeah, it would not.
What would it do to their mentality though? That's what he's asking. I don't think it would help their mentality.
Can't.
It would not help their mentality. As professional players, I don't know if it would damage their mentality.
Yeah.
Just changing coach. That's a part of the job. That's a part of, just this life. But it would definitely damage the continuity of the program. It would definitely damage what the previous coach was doing. And the thing is, Paula, gave a statement. He said he wants to develop coaches in Jamaica. He wants to develop. I'm going to get there. He wants to develop coaches. He wants to develop the youth football. He wants to Premier League midfielder, blah 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 blah. All these plans that Paula about to go to your point of continuity. Paula 10 plans, and then you remove him, bring in Helgrimson or which is the name again. All those plans are done and dusted now. Yeah. No, we need to hear the plans of this new coach. And that is what it would do. Not just to the players, but to the football in Jamaica. Yeah. We can't keep chopping and changing because the responsibility of the national head coach is a big one. And
continuity is important.
It is important, bro. But you feel like these coaches are getting targets that they should. You feel like when Tapa signed his contract, wasn't Tapa, you're the head coach? Make the man make some tackle and make some pass. Or is it Tapper, you need to make the World Cup? In the heads, you need to come forward.
There were definitely goals. Although, to be fair, the JFF is an organization that might.
I don't think so. Goals. Bro, Tapper was only fired after
to be fair, he was given an ultimatum. Like, you have to get this amount of points in fair games, so on and so forth.
But you think that came after outrage?
No, I think, bro, if you are going to be the manager in the CONCACAF, I think it's simple, perform winning the Gold Cup, qualify a team for the World Cup, 4-year cycle. Get the FIFA ranking to under 45. I think that's
realistic.
I think those are like standard goals that would automatically be associated with the post.
Yeah.
Get me answer. So even if it wasn't definitively outlined, I think one would be able to acknowledge that those things are a given. You get what I try to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna read that one, the number one guy. We don't get personal. That's one thing that we don't really want to get personal. Isn't it? But yeah, bro. One thing I want to ask you, I was making this question in my head a couple of minutes ago. I'm not trying to ignore it. I just see a laugh to you like. Anyways, how will the players? Still selected what 22 players?
Yes, sir.
Any amount of players. Will they react to not having their captain? Will there still be a protest? Will there still be a boycott?
To be fair, in the last round of games, Andre Blake decided, because of personal reasons, not to partake in a few of the games. So will it be the first time that the players would suddenly not have the ability to play their captain?
This is different, bro. Andre Blake didn't decide not to partake in this game. He was removed from the squad by the JFF. The JFF that is already hated by some of the players.
Don't it sting more though if the player himself decided not to do it?
Not to come to battle with us?
Yeah.
Or they removed our leader.
None weren't going anywhere. Yeah, they removed our leader. Let's rally around these cars. Let's rally around our vice captain as compared to our leader. Didn't feel like playing with us today.
And again, will they react to the power move? That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're going to accept that this was a poor move from the JFF, how will the players react? Speedy was not in the squad. I don't mind it. Junior Flemming was not in the squad. I don't mind it. Andre Blake was not in the squad. I don't mind it. We've seen some players being shipped out. Since Fallout took over, I don't think Kemar Lyons was called. I don't think Alva Spoil was called. And they're playing in the MLS. So players being removed. How will the remaining squad react to, the poor move by the JFF, if that's what we're calling it? I'm scared. I don't want to see a protest. I want to see this game go on, and I want to see them represent us well.
This game will go on. You don't have to worry about that. The core of our team, as it stands, is predicated heavily on international players.
Carry on. Make a point and then we get.
So I don't think that they will get protest. Should be safe from that.
All right. So run to a few comments, bro. All right. Vibes Addict Entertainment. I don't think there was any goal, to be honest. Doesn't seem to be. It seemed to me like they reacted to outrage by the fans and some of the players, and that's how Tapper went. Honestly. I'm alive. Big up, brother. A lot of respect. Education goes a far way. Big up, Blake. Mentally breakdown from Tapper. All right. Much respect. Vibes Addict Entertainment. If there was gold, Tapper would have gone a long time ago. This is true. We were calling what Tapper said before we even started YouTube. I lie, mental? Yeah, anyways, number one, Judge you. They shouldn't boycott. Yeah, I don't want them to boycott, but I can see it happening. Especially, imagine they remove the captain, then nothing to change. The accommodation poor. You hear say man, I tell the coach what to do. All of that happening at the same time. You see the boycott. Here's probably comment on the night. JMF need to set goals for themselves. Because honestly, they have been sleeping. I like that comment. And the thing is, I just asked a while ago. Is the JFF setting rules, and not rules, but goals and targets for the coaches and the team? Or are they just playing by ear? But them need to get some goals set for themselves too, the JFF. Because them can't set goals for nobody if they're not meeting their targets. And they're not meeting their targets. Telling the people, we need to put something together and make the reggae boys run just like the reggae girls. Reggae boys need to be right, just like the reggae girls, bro.
You're not to the bro, talk to the people.
Man, I tell you, like we need an independent, not an independent group, but independent of the administration of the JFF.
But
it will never happen.
It all comes down to the snake that eats his tail. If the JFF is run independently, if the Jamaica senior men's national team is run independently of the JFF, then how will the JFF profit off Jamaica men's senior national?
Bro, man, I tell you, they could
had there been something to win, had there been something to gain from the women's team, I promise you, Stella Mara would not get monopoly of that team. Had there been something to gain.
All right, the reggae girls qualified for the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
They're going to get money.
I'm sure it's
will the JFF get money?
Well, I guess.
So there will still be benefits from having, a department, having a subsection of people in the JFF running the football or running the reggae boys team. I'm pretty sure the girls will get money. When they qualify for a World Cup, I'm pretty sure they get money. JFF will get money from that. I'm pretty sure there are probably some percentages or some deals being made. And I'm pretty sure the reggae girls will get money. All right. Fisher don't touch back base from Paula touch base. As I said, all top of core players shrink. That's not a lie. Number one guy, never mind goals. We never even score goals under the management of Tapa. Never accomplishing them when you can't score them. Yeah. Going for Tapa tonight, my number one guy. Nicola Francis, I wonder how much outrage it will take to get rid of the JFF. I think is going nowhere, to be honest. I honestly think this JFF is going nowhere. FIFA can probably come and say, if they do something wrong, maybe they can be, under investigation. But even so, the country.
Jack Warner and that situation.
Yeah, but
Jack Warner was a part of the whole Mohammed bin Hamid's debacle. And Jack Warner was removed.
But even so,
administration, and as such, the TNT FA can get shake up.
Bro, will the FA get shake up, or will the FIFA and ramp for banning everything? Will the team just get banned because of bad?
Well, as we saw, Trinidad weren't really affected. They were fine, some, but it resulted in the FA being shaken up, and that might be what needs happening, to be fair.
Yeah. So you are saying that you don't think there will be a boycott? You don't think there will be a protest?
I'm sure there won't be a protest. And I guess the JFF preemptively defended against the protest by omitting who they omitted. I think the players who are going to come are committed to play. We see Mikel Antonio and Leon Bale, so on and so forth. I think they'll go and they'll play and they'll make. Because apparently, even when the players were threatening protest in the previous games, players the likes of Leon Bailey would have galvanized the individuals, telling them that we're not playing for the JFF. We're playing for ourselves and the people who watch us and love us.
And I think that everybody needs to know that, bro.
And I think that mentality will continue to perpetuate throughout the squad. And I think the players who were omitted, probably they didn't share that mentality. And we saw actually they didn't play.
Bro, the thing is, my guy, never not play for your country. I'm not going to say that this is what Andrew Blake is doing. But I don't want these players to take advantage or take this for granted that they're playing for Jamaica. They're representing us. That's a big deal. A lot of people would pay to be in their spots. You understand? So you're representing the country, you're representing diaspora. Don't take it for granted. Every chance you get to represent Jamaica, go and represent us well. And I said us. Represent us well. So, yeah, they should know they're playing for Jamaica, not playing for the JFF. You're playing for your families, and you're playing for our families, and you're playing for this small island that has a big impact on the world. That's what you're playing. So, with that said, bro, where you want to go with it? Make us see before we roll it up. Because we got over we'll probably have another discussion another day. I'm a lie. Which team profit from football in Jamaica the most? Reggae boys or girl? I think they're reggae boys. There's more football in men's football. There's more money in men's football.
Yeah, it's not even close. There's so much to gain from playing in the World Cups and playing international friends like the one that we're about to get. Qualification to certain tournaments, and the fact that players attract wider fan base. Like when they go to the stadium, they'll attract more fans. They'll get more money. So the Reggae Boys is definitely raking quite a considerable higher amount than the Dirty girls.
Yeah, and
Unfortunately.
I said men's football just have more money than women's football. And the thing is, bro, I've always, seen other people say we should support our women. Women should get paid. Well, I agree with you. They just don't have the support to get paid. People don't watch women's sports as much. I think they should. I'm starting to watch more and more. They don't have the sponsors that the men's sports have. So they're just not going to make as much money as the sports have. So I'm not saying what should happen. I'm saying what happens, what is happening. You see me? So I think the men make more. Even though the girls qualify for 2 straight World Cup, yeah, I think so. And obviously we're speculating right now, we're assuming. No, just based on little bit of knowledge we have on this subject. Because we don't know the exact amount of money that you get for qualifying for the World Cup, the Women's World Cup. But yeah, I think even with the women qualifying for 2 straight World Cup, I think the regular boys make more money for the JFL than the regular girls. Yeah. Have more comments? People will soon run it up, Nice little discussion we have. Andre Blake committed from the team. We're about to face Argentina. You want to wrap it up with that, bro?
Yeah, and as I said, we'll be going live again soon. We just want to get more and more information. As the time comes closer to the game, we'll hear more about the coach. We'll hear more about the happening runs, as they'd say. So we can talk your head decision. All right, unless the people them have something to say about it.
Yeah, if you have something to say, make you know.
Paula Curry did ask about I'm calling.
Yeah. Not tonight, but we're gonna set up that and we're gonna get it done. Because we want to do it properly. So we don't have, the setup to do it right now. And last time we do a calling, nah, lie, bro. It's Carabina, Charma, so it never go well, and some people mess up the thing. So, but like, we're working on it, man. We're working on it. We're growing. The thing will get better. So eventually we'll have more callings. But yeah, for right now, we don't have the setup. So after that.
Well, yeah. Just quick expectations for the Argentina game.
For the Argentina game, I want to see a respectable performance. I don't think we'll get embarrassed. I think we're too good to get embarrassed.
Yeah, we will not get embarrassed.
Yeah. I want to see. Big up yourself, MG Sports TV. Yeah, I think we should put in a respectable performance. That's what I want to see. I'm not going to go results, but I don't think we'll draw with Argentina. I don't think we could beat Argentina.
As I said, close to that time, we'll make more.
Bro, we see Argentina squad, I will see our squad. We can't beat Argentina.
To be honest, what would that say about me and my World Cup prediction? If this Jamaica team beats Argentina, exactly. World Cup for this, bro. We need to
World Cup. We're gonna start. We're gonna get to the World Cup. Only for content plan on that. But yeah, bless up. Yeah, good as a bless up in the chat. Yeah. People, before we leave, we need them to subscribe, like, share, all of that. We need them to do that right now. So like the stream real quick. Let me check it. Talk to them.
Yeah. So we have 32 people watching right now. At least there should be 30 likes. Oh God, man. How many likes are there?
42. That's crazy.
Right.
Can't beat them, though.
Can't even beat them.
Like beat them still.
Maybe get it to 50 before the stream. And people would have a good little reason. Yeah. So maybe get it to 50 likes before the stream done. And this conversation will be continued. We just want to garner a bit more information because unlike mans like Ryan, bro, who seems to be getting this stuff like right out the source, when they really have them connections, they just they get there.
But we have a discussion.
And so whenever we link up, it's a vibe, bro. Whenever we link up with each other and the people, and we have progressive reasoning, in entertaining and interesting reasoning. So people get up to 50 likes and we close it out. All right, bro. Quick shout out. Manning Cup team features. Yeah. You see me? People, we're going to the schools, we're talking to the players, we're talking to the coaches. We're going to have some games and some interviews coming up. So stay tuned for that. Go and check out the KC, Calabar, Mona, Edith Dalton, Jade, Papi coming up. Yeah. George is coming up. A lot of schools coming up. Can't remember some. Tarrant. All of those schools coming up right now. Camperdown, one of them. So go and check that out. Lots more content to come on the schoolboy football. World Cup content to come. Premier League content. Premier League is back, bro. Yeah, so excited. So check us out for that. But all in all, a good discussion tonight. And we're going to leave, We're going to get into 58, bro. God, man, if you get into 58, it's in where? 46 people. 4 more likes. Just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to put 5, just put 5. Or 17. Isn't it? It don't even matter. So yeah, people, with that, you guys can start to filter out, like the stream. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And this discussion will continue.
That's for sure.
It definitely will continue. So in a few days, we'll be seeing you again over the same medium. And we'll have more information to talk about by then.
All right, my people. Don't forget though, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of that.
Subscribe to Guna.
Yeah, Military Guna in the building.
Yeah.
Go over there and hit the subscribe button. You don't know, share the love. Share the love. We have a comment before we leave. Premier is back and Chelsea still not good. Chelsea not good. You know that already. I one good side in the Premier League,
Arsenal.
Judge, I'm just funny to that. But anyways, people.
You didn't tell a lie, bro.
Not a lie. Though.
Like it's indicated on the table.
Top of the table. Top of the league. No want nobody clip this in another way. No want nobody clip this and send it to me in origin.
Clip it, bro.
Clip it.
So it was in the beginning, so it shall be in the end.
You say it and I made them clip it. Say Arsenal will win the Premier League.
People, this was This or That Sports TV.
And we're out.